In fact, it's now.
Oh, we're on.
It's gonna come up soon, isn't it? Yeah, like seconds. Neither of us pay attention to how many seconds. It's all right. It's cool though.
It's all good.
We'll get there.
Professional streamers.
We are so professional. Hello everyone. Welcome in.
Hi.
I had to like double check to make sure that we had actually pressed like the unmute button.
Yeah.
I was
Looks like it.
I was afraid there for a minute that we didn't. So, well, welcome in. We're so glad that you are here. Welcome to IslandVibingPresents. We have a great show for you tonight.
Good to see you, Seltzer.
Hello. Stuart, hi.
Hey, Stuart.
I forgot to take
How you doing?
tea bags out of my tea during those 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
And they're stuck. They're stuck to my water. We're going to have a catastrophe. I guess they're going to be in there. I'll show now.
How you feeling, Stuart? I
Still really hot.
hear you got a sick house. It's still hot?
Yeah.
Is that a surprise?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I was not ready for that at all. I did the slow sip so that you hope, and it was still
Crept up on you.
Yeah.
Still got there.
definitely did.
Yeah, so we've been sick around here.
I mean, not me. I don't get sick.
No, you deny it.
That's
You
true.
show all the signs.
Davey, thank you so much for that resub and welcome in.
I hope you're hanging in there all right, Stuart.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got an exciting show tonight. We're gonna try to hope the adrenaline.
Try to hope the adrenaline
Yeah, it's already a good start.
pushes us through.
Yeah, come on, adrenaline, you can do it.
We've got this.
Good to see you, Davey. So yeah.
Oh, good. Really trolly Stewart's here tonight.
Oh yes. And there's SarahLightman.
Hello,
Welcome in,
Raiders.
Raiders.
SarahLightman, welcome to the show. We're so glad that you're going to be on the show tonight.
Yeah.
Um,
Looking forward to it.
we absolutely are. We have a raid song here, that we don't sing.
Thank you for the follow. Web challenge. Appreciate it.
A good buddy of ours, Hillsinger, is the one that wrote it and sings it. And I'm just going to play it because
Hey, Cover Time Pete.
it says everything that it
Good
needs
to
to
see you.
say. Hello, friends. Welcome in. So glad you're here. New friends, old friends. Take it away, Hillsinger.
You made it to our island, mate. You'll never guess who you'll meet. Pull up a chair and rest your weary feet. You traveled across some choppy twitch seas. We're glad you're here with Jason and Vibing. Hey!
This is the part I think AJ should sing along to.
What part do you sing along to?
I lip sync.
I sometimes do because I can't help myself.
I
on
know,
that
it's
one,
such a
sometimes.
good.
Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed that raid song.
Yeah, wrote it especially just for you.
Didn't have anything to do with our talents.
None talents.
It's best for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, please go follow Sarah Lightman. We have some other awesome streamers in here. Before we get into stuff, you should go follow them too. Davey's eating a sandwich. Cover Time Pete. Vicky Sky. If anyone else here streams and I miss you, I apologize. Everyone follow everyone.
Everyone follow everyone. This is not a test. I mean, yeah, it's not a test. That's right?
This is not a test.
This is not
It's
a
drill.
test. This is real life.
Yep.
Yeah. These
Good
are
to see you,
true
Vicky.
things. I am going to pull up our So on this show, not only do we have interviews, which you're about to see, we have a lot of things. So let me just pull up our table of contents.
Should we have a quiz at the end? Maybe. Maybe we should have a quiz.
There is a quiz at the end. Dun dun dun. Okay, so tonight we do have on tap for you an interview with SarahLightman. We have, I'm going to say Klingon because I'm not going to go through the whole name. Klingon with the top 5 for us. We have some fun and games with Adjacent. Call signs, Scarecrow. It says with info. I had like a bunch of different things there, but your head is in the way. That's all I could fit.
Sorry. I can move it next time.
Just move your head.
Yeah. The wrong way. Call sign Scarecrow brings the info.
He brings it here. It's festive info, if you're curious of
It's timely. Is that what you're saying? It's timely.
It's timely festiveness. Also, we have JoJo in the emote and the emote wall. She's not in the emote wall.
Nope.
And then we'll let you know what's happening all around Twitch, including here too. We'll tell you what's happening here as well. Those are all the happenings.
Yeah. Here we go. Who's ready?
Who is ready? Our guest has actually left the green room, so it's not quite ready. So yeah, we have some great things lined up for you tonight. What we try to do is make sure that we can share as many different streamers as possible within the hour show that I put on.
Hour, huh?
Guys, it's an hour-ish, which is like 3 hours. We'll be here for a while. All right. Are you ready over there, Sarah? Nope, she can't hear us.
Nope. I'm going to say that's a no.
That's a no.
Hey, Joe.
I do like her beanie.
It's very nice.
Yeah. I've got some...
You guys are on the same page.
Yeah. It's very chilly in here. All right, you ready, Sarah? All right, let me push some buttons and let's get us going. Jason, you have a good stream sitting over there.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Have fun.
Hello. Welcome in.
Hi. Thanks for having me. I also brought like hummus and chips. I hope that's cool.
Yum. Oh, we're getting a raid from Meowly
another
Music.
raid. Oh, hi, Meowly.
Yeah.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. We can't. You're okay. For some reason, everybody's hearing. Is everybody hearing her?
Can everyone hear Sarah? Let us know.
Oh. Can you not hear me?
I can. I'm not sure. Your slide bar came off.
Yes. Okay. They can hear.
Okay.
For some reason, OBS is
Oh,
showing
okay.
that we can't, but everyone can hear you, so it's all good.
Oh, okay. Hey, horse.
Yes.
Hi, hey, horror host Joe. How's it going?
Joe, welcome in. Yeah, you know how OBS just likes to have all these weird glitches that just... That's what's happening right now. Meowly and friends, welcome in tonight. We are interviewing SarahLightman. We have an entire show that is laid out for you. And actually, later on in the show, we can play I Spy Mimi because her face is in the show. It's just very tiny. So we'll see if we can find it later. So, Sarah, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's definitely been a long day, but like a good long day. Like, definitely felt like I accomplished a good amount of things. So, yeah. How are you?
You are ahead of the ball on me then. I definitely got very little done today. Not that I'm sick, but if I was, I would have not been. Oh, well, there's your ceiling. Oh,
Sorry, my camera, the camera that I use for streaming wouldn't connect to Zoom, so I'm using my phone. But it works.
okay.
So
There you go. Um, yeah, we kind it's interestingly framed, but we're gonna go with it. Um, let's oop, there you go. There's your face.
yeah,
We're just like
working progress.
it's all right. Okay, so let's first start with the thing that everybody always wants to know, and let's just get it out of the way. How'd you get
Yeah.
where you are here on Twitch today?
How did I get to Twitch? In a nutshell,
Yeah,
I
like a
you
just walnut shell.
sure. I used to stream on Periscope. I heard about it from multiple indie artists that I thought were cool when I was living in Los Angeles. I live in Nashville now. And so I was on Periscope, and then Periscope was going to shut down. So I was like, all right, I got to find a new streaming home. And then the pandemic hit, and then I was like, maybe I could give Twitch another try. I was overwhelmed the first time, and it didn't work very well on my phone. But I was like, you know what? I have all this time that I don't know when it will end. So why don't I try something new? So I hopped on a Twitch, and at the time I was actually multi-streaming on multiple platforms, and I just felt that Twitch just felt like a yes. I felt like the audience was very responsive in a positive way immediately, that maybe other platforms weren't. Not to say that other platforms are worse, but that's just kind of what immediately brought me here. Was like something about it was like, yes, we're glad that you're here, and I was like, I want to follow that. So that's what brought me to Twitch.
I think that you're right. It's a very welcoming community, and we talk about that a lot on this channel. Do you have any particular like really great memories or moments on Twitch that you are like that one just was just so amazing?
That's yeah, sure. That's an awesome question. A difficult one to answer, but I'll do my best. Um there it's funny. Some of my favorite moments are when I mess up on stream and I just laugh at myself and everyone laughs with me and it's great. Other moments that have been really great. There was a point where I shared some things that were going on with me and I just didn't know how they would take it, and it was just some really heavy information, and everybody was just so kind and supportive. And it was just like a huge weight lifted off of my chest. It just highlighted just how accepting and the way that this community can hold space for me in ways that others couldn't was really or where I didn't know that they would be able to was just really inspiring. um and I felt like I could really just be a little bit more human. So those are two moments. A third moment, I think there was one day where I got like 6 raids and I just didn't even know how to function. I was like, this is overwhelming. I feel so much love. I don't and sometimes, when that happens, sometimes there are things going on, like maybe I'm not having the best day, or I'm like, man, I don't know how great I'm gonna show up at stream, or like things feel just slow, or I feel down, and then I get into stream, and the community just reminds me that um like, yes, I might be having a hard moment, but like we are here for you and we hear you, and we're just here to have fun no matter what's going on with you. So those are some of the ones that stand out to me. Oh, and this is my cat Pepper. So
Oh, Pepper's a cutie.
yeah.
Pepper looks a lot like Marley. We had a cat
Oh yeah.
that yeah. She passed away a little while ago, but it's like anytime you see that tortoise shell color, it's like, oh.
Oh,
We
so
have two
sorry.
really great we had lots of really wonderful memories of her. She was such a good girl. But we have two cats now that we love immensely, and it's one of them is, they're just, it's so funny how they could be just so different personalities.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
So you moved from LA to Nashville. Was there a reason behind that?
Yeah, there were multiple ones. Partly I needed a fresh start with my career. I just felt stunted. Not that LA was stunting, but I felt a level of comfortable where I just needed to mix something up. The isolation of the pandemic sort of also got to me too, because I kept seeing the same scenery over and over again. And then the third reason was I had left an unhealthy relationship and I had lived with the person for a while, and we, were in the same field of career, and he helped me a lot with my career, and we just knew a lot of the same people, and I just needed a lot of space from that situation. So all of that, and then just fresh start, just needing a fresh start. And I was going to go see Nashville anyway. So I was like, you know what, let me just go see. And then the community just felt really like, it felt like Twitch in person. That's the best way I can describe it. Twitch community in person. And so I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to do it. I think I'm going to take this leap of faith, and I'm really glad that I did. And I definitely will come back and play and work in LA as well. I don't know when, if I would live there again, but for the moment I'm happy here. So, yeah.
And you have some IRL gigs coming up too, right? Don't you have a talk that
I
you're
do.
part of? And yeah, can you talk
Yeah.
about the that type of scene?
Yeah, sure. So, Bands in Town invited me. That one's actually online, but I guess it's kind of in
Oh, okay.
person in a way, because it's uh I don't know. It's not an in-person gig, but they kind of structure it like one, just being online. Um, from the way that so they usually do webinars every month.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have a different theme that they cover. And for this one, they just thought, why don't we just highlight some of our what we believe to be some of our best uh, musicians, industry people. It's not just musicians that are going to be on the panel, but I've never been on a panel, so I'm excited. And yeah, they just invited me to be part of it. I'm going to be playing like one song, and they're going to ask questions, and we're just going to talk for a bit. And the guys who host it are just going to lead it. I've seen a bunch of their other ones, so they're pretty cool dudes. And then I'm going to be doing a charity gig, a Christmas charity gig in Nashville on the 18th, the day before my birthday. And it's benefiting kids in need of mental health resources that may not have the resources financially to get that health care. So they're helping to raise the money to do that with this event, and bring Christmas as well to underprivileged kids. So I'm going to be part of that as well. So I'm excited. Should be good.
That sounds really amazing. I do need to pause us here for just one sec. In our community, when we have subs come through, I throw things at my husband. So I need to just bring him on stream.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's because the people want it, is what I tell him. So thank you so much for the bits, Meowly. And then we had some resubs. Oh, did you want me to throw one at you for you?
I did it to myself.
Yeah, you did this one to yourself. Oh, missed that one. I'm really not a good shot either, so it's super fun. Oh, wait.
Sometimes I have to put on goggles.
Yeah, I was going to
You're
hand
going to
you
give them to
some.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, Spence.
Spence is
Thank
in
you.
for...
I think.
All right, here you go. Put on your goggles. Let's be safe. All right, there you go. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So Spence is 5. We're going to go from the top to the bottom, or I'll miss them. 2, 3. That's 5. One of them flew. Ready? Ooh, I got a bunch in there.
That's good.
One for my mom. Mom, hi, how are you doing tonight? Ooh, 2 in. Smalls is here and gone, but he had one as well. Ah, missed that one.
So close.
Let's see. We also had Davey is eating a sandwich with a resub.
Nice one.
Thank you.
My goggles are fogging up.
It's a little toasty in here.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Goodbye.
All
Thanks
right.
for being
See
here.
you later. Yeah, thanks.
I'll bring you back if I need to throw things at you. So what are some of the traditions that you do during the holidays?
That's a great question because I'm Jewish. So the holidays for me, it varies. Sometimes my family will get together and we'll have like a Hanukkah thing. I like Christmas, so I will go find a friend that celebrates Christmas or somebody, and I'll do the Christmas thing with them. But I don't do a whole lot of it in my house. I mean, I have a couple of Christmas decorations but it wasn't a tradition growing up for me. So, it's an interesting time for me. I also often do gigs on the holidays. You make some pretty great tips with a lot of merry holiday drinking people. So, it's a good time. It's a good time for me. But yeah. So as an entertainer, the holidays are an interesting thing. So yeah, that's some of the things that I do. I really want to try to go ice skating. It's just it's a childhood favorite thing of mine to do. So I'd love to do that. And then sometimes it's just embracing the little things like lighting really festive candles or getting my favorite holiday treat or just like some peppermint hot cocoa. Those are some of the traditions that I like to do for myself. And just trying to take the time to slow down and just enjoy a movie. It can also be really nice.
So there are not that many Hanukkah-based holiday movies. Um,
No, there is one
so
now.
I know that Adam Sandler has one that's like some kind of cartoon. I know that there's another one too, but I can't recall.
Yeah, there's a yeah, yeah, is what's it called, like Eight Crazy Nights, right? It's been a
I
minute since
think
I've seen
so,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah. The one that I grew up on, if my mom's in chat still, I'm surprised he hasn't shouted it out yet, but it's called Bubby's Boarding House. And it's this like it's kind of like the Muppets, but not the Muppets. Like they're Muppet like people and and they it's literally about the tradition, the story of Hanukkah and how they make latkes because apparently Bubby makes the best latkes. That's like the whole thing. And she makes the best latkes and she invites everybody over, literally everybody. And the boarding house is literally just random strangers that she lets stay there, which don't do that in real life, obviously. But that's what I remember watching growing up. It's funny because I went back to and watched it maybe a year or two ago, and I was like, this is actually hilarious. Like it's definitely very over the top campy, but in a good way. And then I remember like Rugrats growing up, they always had like a Hanukkah Passover episode. So that was always a tradition to like make sure I check that out growing up. Um, but yeah, you're right. There aren't really a whole lot of Hanukkah movies. I'm not really sure why. But that's fine. You know, I like the Christmas movies are great too. Home Alone is definitely one of my the original Home Alone favorite series. Elf is also another big favorite of mine as well. So yeah.
Your mom is still in chat, it appears, and says it's a very clever movie and it's a hoot.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in central New Jersey, which is about 20 minutes away from Princeton, Hightstown, East Windsor, New Jersey. It's a small little town. It was actually a farm before it was a town. Hightstown is and East Windsor kind of merged in a way. They're two separate towns, but they're just right next to each other. So two fairly small cities. East Windsor was a potato farm, apparently, before I was alive. And then they decided to make it a neighborhood. So I don't think there was a potato famine, not that I know of, but that's just what they decided to do. And then Hightstown has been around, I don't know, over 200 years, I think, because I've been in some of my friends' houses and they tell me they're haunted because they were built during like some of the earliest wars in American history. So it's really interesting. So yeah.
Yes, your mom says the center of New Jersey, literally.
Yeah, natural. Yep. Yeah, that's what my parents picked because my mom's family lived in New York and my dad's family lived in PA, and so it's literally halfway between both, and that's why they chose it. So
Makes sense. What were some of the fun things that you did for winter when you were a kid?
when I was a kid, whenever it snowed, I was always happy. My parents weren't. They didn't like shoveling, but I was always
It's
really
about
happy because
right.
I didn't yeah, I didn't have to go to school. Snowballs galore. I always try to make an igloo, but failed every time.
I know they're
I was
so
convinced
hard to
I could do
make.
it. I know, but they make it look so easy when you like see it. But that was like what we and then if you saw the movie Snow Day, which came out, I don't know, when I was like a teen or something, or one like old, like maybe preteen. I was like, they make it look so easy. And I just tried to dig a hole in like this giant mountain of snow and I never got through to the other side. I gave up. But yeah, it was definitely going out in the snow and just going out for hours, getting so cold that my feet hurt from being exposed to it. And I was like soaked. And then coming inside and having hot cocoa with marshmallows and maybe like some chicken noodle soup. My brother and I would also go to my grandmother's a lot because my parents would need to work during the time of the holidays. So they wanted to make sure we were never alone, so we went to my grandmother's house, grandparents' house, I should say, but grandma was always the star of the story. So so much personality, and so we go to her house and it'd be the same thing, but there's a hill near her house that's part of a park, and it's called Suicide Hill. And they called it Suicide Hill because it's so steep that it's kind of scary. It looks like you're gonna go into traffic with the way that you sled down it, but you don't. But it looks like it, so that's why they call it that. From what I remember, and so we would do a lot of that, and then go inside. Sometimes during the wintertime, my grandmother would bring us to like the Museum of Natural History, and because you have to do a lot of things inside if it was like yucky and like melted snow or snow, and so we did a lot of that growing up. And a lot of arts and crafts. My grandmother is very good at painting, so she would try to sprinkle some of that onto us. We're not as talented as she is at that craft, but yeah. So, but yeah, it was always a good time. They'd put on records, we'd listen to LPs. But they always tried to keep us as entertained as they could. So,
You were talking about snow, hills, igloo. So two things.
yeah.
One, those plastic rectangles that you're supposed to like fill and like make, like they have a thing that's supposed to help you make like bricks for those things never work.
Really? They have those? I just thought I always try to just do it by hand. I thought it was like a thing. But
Yeah, I don't know. I've not been able to find a consistency of snow that actually will go into this mold and then come out as a rectangle. I just
maybe you have
don't
to let it
know what that is.
you have to let it like melt in the sun for a couple hours and then let it freeze or I
So
don't
that's
know.
like that's one brick per 2 hours. It's gonna take you a long time because you only
Yeah.
get them like in sets of like there's like a small, a medium, and a large. So you have 3 bricks you can make at once. So it's gonna take forever to make that.
Yeah. That explains why they had like a village, so they probably had like multiple ones going at a time. Yeah. So
Um, the other way you were talking about is like having like a big mound and then digging through it. I actually
yeah.
had a very traumatizing moment with a big mound of snow. My one of my things when I was in high school, like my clubs that I did was called outdoor leadership. And so we went on 3 different camping trips, and there was a hiking and a biking, and then there was also a cross country skiing where we skied out, and then we had to make big giant mounds of snow and then dig them out and then sleep in them all night long.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that was really scary. Just
And
laying
it
there
worked.
going,
You were able to sleep in there.
yeah, I think there was like 3 of us per potential death trap.
You're like, am I gonna drown in the snow? We'll find out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
it's
that's why
just, and
they're like, don't yell. Avalanche.
everybody quiet. That's how they made sure that we were all paying attention.
Yeah.
Just yeah, that was the teacher's plan all along. I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
One moment.
Yeah, no, take your time.
So yeah, it's that immediately started like running through my head as soon as you did. I'm like flashbacks to near death experiences.
I mean, there was ice skating too. I ice skated a lot. That was definitely a thing of mine. Before I wanted to be an artist, I wanted to be an ice skater, but my parents couldn't afford the lessons, so that didn't happen. But I went to the rink when it was cold out, so it was something.
I thought I was reading the chat because I have it over there, but it's really tiny. So I thought my mom was calling me out. But then when I looked at my chat over here, it's your mom calling you out, actually. She said
She
that you
does
got
that a
stuck in a
lot.
bush.
I might have. Who knows?
I was convinced it was my mom. I was like, Mom, baby. Like, I was like, not my mom. It's fine. So we have a large number of records in our house too that we play on rotation, with a few that are like the ones we listen to, even though we own so many. Were there like certain ones that you would listen to as you were at your grandparents' house? Or was it just an eclectic mix?
They would play a lot of musicals, a lot of jazz artists. My grandmother's remembers everything from history. Her short-term memory at this point is not really great, but she can remember like so much. She was definitely the person I go to for studying for history tests because I couldn't focus. But she would always educate me on something new. So whether it was like Frank Sinatra or Mel Torme, to maybe The Sting, or we'd play musicals like Kiss Me Kate, usually a lot of the classics that they kind of grew up with. They also educated me on like, because my grandfather was a sound engineer, an acoustic sound engineer, they would educate me sometimes on the different record players. They had one that they would use, and then they got like a really old school one with the one that looks like a flower coming out. So they would start playing records on there. And I remember my grandfather would play like one that was like one of the first sounds that you couldn't even play on a record before records existed for LPs. And then he'd play something a little bit more recent, and then he'd be like, what do you hear is the sound difference? So it was very interesting because we would have very philosophical conversations. And I was a little kid and I was like, I don't know, it sounds stuffy. Because I was a little kid, I didn't know like what to say. But yeah, so we would play a little bit of everything, but musicals for sure. And then at dinner time, they always had music playing in the background very quietly. Sometimes classical music as well. They really like classical in the car. I would fall asleep every time. Because to me, it was just, for me, it was boring, I guess. I was like, we can't listen to the Spice Girls. Okay. And I just like knock out. But yeah, so it was just definitely, it was versatile, but it was, a lot of it was from their generation just to teach me about like the roots of like where everything came from, but also to they also were trying to hypnotize me into liking their music more, I think. Yeah.
So would you say any of the music that they brought into your life has any kind of, because you write some of your own music, so does it have any play
Yeah.
on that?
Yeah, I think so. I think everything that I've listened to has some sort of influence, whether I liked it or not. They would introduce me to Billie Holiday. And she's definitely someone that is awesome. Ella Fitzgerald as well. Just they would introduce me to different styles of singers. They would introduce me to like Hollywood when it was founded, actresses and actors, and then they would say, oh yeah, that's the person that we listened to last night. So they would show me the movie. It would be like they'd pick a theme. So if it was like Kiss Me Kate was the theme of the musical of the weekend, they'd play the movie and then they'd play the soundtrack, and I'd be like, Grandma, I don't remember this song being in the movie. And she's like, yeah, in the movie they cut out a lot of songs. So it was always a thing. But that's kind of what I remember of the vast of LPs that they would play in my parents' house, though, because Flower Child and Hippies, it was like from rock to folk to Monty Python. We definitely listened to that at my grandparents too. The live touring show that they put on, they recorded, but it was everything at my parents' house, and they have so many LPs. They're still there. I don't recognize most of the artists because there are so many to hear and learn from. But my mom probably knows each and every one of them. So it was interesting going there and then having that piece of like history and rooted, like the first of the first pop culture, and then going to my parents' house and it's like The Who, Beatles, Aretha Franklin, Judy Garland, like everything. So yeah.
And how does that influence your writing now?
Oh yeah, sorry. ADHD totally kicked in for a second. I was just like,
It's okay.
I was trying to find the hole. I was like, where's the loophole? I think it's honestly just I went back to a lot of it and listened to it. And now I like to just kind of pick what speaks to me now, what resonates with me now, and then I'll listen to that a lot, and I'll ask myself like, why does this piece of music inspire me, and study it, and then study the artist and their story, and then connect that together to the big picture, and that'll just naturally inspire me in general as a creative. Or sometimes I'll hear a song and I'm like, man, I like this kind of song. I want to write this kind of song, not imitate it, but whether it's the topic or the style of whether it's like a little bit bluesy, a little bit jazzy, or if I just want to try it, like not to even write it to release it, but just to see if I can emulate it to hone my craft, I guess. But I feel like it just naturally over time with how much I've listened to just pours into my writing in general. I feel like it's kind of like when you're social and you're hanging out with someone, whoever you hang out with is going to have an influence on you. It's the same thing with music, I think. So that's kind of how that's spoken to me. So definitely whatever I've taken performance wise, I would say I was very much influenced by Judy Garland growing up, and like I used to emulate her when I was a kid for sure. Just the way she would hold herself and perform was definitely a thing. In terms of like musicality, again, it's just listening to it, and like sometimes I'll be writing a song and I'm like, ooh, I like that thing that I heard in this song. Maybe I can like put that in my music, or figure out how to sort of put that here without stealing it. But how do I like the texture of whatever that was. I like the emotion of whatever that was. How can I translate that into my storytelling? So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it definitely does. There's been a lot of talk of Christmas LPs in our chat. And we actually do we've done one so far. We want to do some more, but we do listenings in our Discord. It's been a lot of fun to just put on some vinyl and just listen with friends. So I think we need to, with all the Christmas vinyl talk, Jason, I think we need to make sure that we do one of those soon.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was
that's
just
super
like,
cool.
don't forget that.
You're really fine. It happens to me all the time. Like, oh, that thing.
I used to be a teacher like way back in the day, and in the middle of like a math teacher, so lots of writing on the board, and so I'd be writing on the board, talking to talking to the class about what we're doing, and then all of a sudden on the side of the board I would write cookies just because it like I reminded, like, I have to remember to like pick up cookie stuff. So and the kids would just be like, what is this? They eventually got over it because it just became like a list. But yeah, they were it's one of those things where you're like, if I don't write it down right now, it's gonna go right out of my
you
head.
remember when you remember. I'm the same way.
They actually have like these things of paper. It's not like, it's got to be not paper exactly, but you can put them on your shower wall and it's like waterproof.
Oh,
I love it because that's always when I like know things. Like, oh,
or like,
I have to do this, this, and this. Yeah. Yeah. At first I was like, I'll get some of those like shower crayons that kids have, but that seemed like it would be messy.
oh yeah. I know. So I've actually used those. They're kind of cool. But then at the same time, if you're trying to make something legible and they're all different colors, you're like, what did I write?
Yeah, even when it's just like a pen and paper, sometimes I'm like, why didn't I put more letters into this? Why did I leave so many
Yeah.
trying to shorthand it? And I have no idea what I meant later on. Like, I don't, you should have given
Showers
them
are the
more
best for being
information.
creative, for sure. Roxy, definitely.
Have you met the Roxy Paradox yet? I think that you both would like each other. Sarah, Roxy, Sarah.
We've been in each other's streams a little bit. But getting to know each other. They were part of I think from what I recall, we were part of the same charity streamers together wherever. I've done so many in the past month. I'm like, which one was it? I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I took the same train. That's it. I was like, I remember you. This is nothing personal. We just
No,
so much.
We'll go into a stream and we know so many people now, and they'll be like, hey, and I'll be like, where do I know you from? What stream do we have in common? And it's just sometimes so hard to place somebody.
Of course. Absolutely.
Okay, so at this point of the show, I need to press some buttons because we are gonna play a game.
Okay.
I need to press this button.
I win a prize.
Well, you can make it so that everybody. So we have me against the guests. Of all the guests, you guys are in the lead, 17-14. I'm not great at games. I've just met some people that are worse at them than I am. That's the only reason I have anything going on. Okay.
Enough of that. We have a kitty on stream.
I know, because our kitties eat our cords.
I know. They're not allowed in here. We tried, and they were destroying everything.
Yeah.
I just got bitter apple spray and cord covers, and Cookie Monster, the other cat, now likes to chew the covers, but he wasn't chewing those cords before. So I spray it with the bitter apple spray, and I'm just like, this was the... And he thinks now he can chew it. And I was like, no.
Our cats, when they were kittens, it was no good. And then it became summer, and we're in a shed, basically. So the door, was open pretty much all summer. So they couldn't be in here then. And now that they're allowed back in here, I brought one in the other day, and she sat at the door, meowing to go back inside. Well, not to go inside. She wanted to go outside. She
Yeah.
we have a
Yeah,
catio. Yeah,
Oh, a catio. Oh, very fancy.
it goes out of our kitchen window. And so every morning she'll like get on a stool right next to it and she'll just start meowing at us. And just like, it is like 20 degrees out. We're like, no, you're not going outside today. And she'll just like sit there and like yell at us nonstop.
Oh no.
Created a monster.
Yeah. So she just wants to be outside. And then the other one tries to, this one's not as smart. She tries to dig a hole through the glass. And she also doesn't talk as much. She kind of barks. She's like, "Meow." The other one's like, yeah.
That's
So
hilarious.
they're not stream cats quite yet. We'll see.
We'll get them there.
All right, so we're gonna play a game that is Family Feud style. Jason has a list of survey questions that were given to a number of unknown people. We don't really know who this is made up of. Some of them have us questioning what kind of person they surveyed. So just so you know, no idea who was surveyed. And we're trying to get to the number one answer. So as an example, if the question was, what is a house that you don't want to live in? There may be a jailhouse. We've had people say a birdhouse, a haunted house. So those would be possible answers. And so
Okay.
an outhouse, nobody wants to live in an outhouse either, Klingon. That's correct. So what we're going to do is Jason will say it, and then we're going to, I have a buzzer because I always forgot to make noises. But you can either say a word, or you can, if you have something you want to make a noise. But yeah, so you buzz in, and you say your guess.
If you're first to buzz
If you're
in.
first to buzz in, you say your guess. Your guess. If it's the number one answer, you get a point automatically. If it's not, the other person can try to steal. And they don't have to come up with an answer right away. They can ask, they can have chat help them out. So the chat will be putting all of their stuff in there, and you can look at everything that they've put in there and guess which one you think is, or come up with your own answer too.
Okay. So how do I buzz? Do I clap my hands?
Yeah, you can just yell at us. You can clap. You can just anything you want to do. We've had so many different things as buzzers from our channel, from our guests. There have been some really interesting noises that have come out of Annie. Annie had, I think, the best noises come out of her.
I mean, I have like I have that.
Oh, we can't. That one actually didn't come through,
Oh,
so
you
I don't
can't
think
hear
that'll
it?
be it. Nope.
Oh, just kidding. Well, I guess Stream Deck doesn't come through. It's fine. I'll just clap. I don't
Okay,
know.
sounds good. All right, adjacent.
Yes.
We're ready.
Okay. First question. Name a word a dog understands.
No.
Not on the list.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
All right. All right.
Not a bad guess.
No, Mo doesn't even know her name, so wait.
Her name.
No, you don't get to go again. You can't. You get one guess, and now it's my turn.
Okay.
All right. All right. So we have walk, no, treat, go out, sit, food, paw, speak. Taylor said that you're cheating, just so you know.
Sorry.
Jason, remember how our dog used to like the noise of the knocking? That would be the thing that he'd get. He
It's
knew
not
when
a
somebody was
word,
at the
but
door.
yeah.
Right. I was thinking out the whole time.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, that's my answer.
No.
It's not on the list.
Not on the list either.
What? All right, so you can stick with your name if you would like to, or you can take something from the list that chat has come up with.
There are 8 options.
Eight options.
There are
We've
8
got none.
words.
We found 2 not
First-
on the list.
I will say, yeah, their name.
Yep, that's on the list.
Nice.
I
Good
just
point.
figured, like, God,
All right.
and if not.
I'll give the rest of the answers. Number 1 was sit.
Okay.
Then come, walk. That's kind of like out.
Yeah.
Like you want to go for a walk. Then food. Then their name. Then stay, fetch, and treat.
I would think that out would be over stay. So many dogs don't know how to stay. Stay. Like, no, screw off. Like,
yeah.
Maybe in theory, they know that. Yeah.
yeah. Maybe they just ignore you when you say it.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe they just don't want to stay.
Maybe.
All right. We ready for the second one?
Yeah.
'Kay.
Oh, it's still super hot. Why is my tea so
Because
hot?
it's in the thermos thing.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want it to get cold.
It's not cold. That's for sure.
All right.
Okay. Give me a phrase that starts with the words off the.
Hook.
Yes, Sarah.
Off
Yes,
the hook.
that's on the list. It's not number 1 though.
It's not number
Oh.
1. I was going to say chain.
Oh.
That's not on the list.
Wow, off the chain. What?
It's not.
Wow.
I don't know who they surveyed, but it's not.
Before we
It's
go,
not on the survey that might be from the 1970s.
before we go any further, it just takes 3 points and you win, just so you know. So you're
Yay.
1 away. All right. So what do you got? What do you got? We've got in the chat we have off the cuff, off the counter, off the list, and
Wall.
yeah, off the wall, off the couch.
Meow.
All right. So what do you got?
Off the wall is number 1.
Ooh.
Then off the hook, off the cuff, off the record, off the charts, off the deep end, off the rack, and off the top of your head.
All right.
No chain though.
No chain. It's fine. Welcome in, dude. All right. Let's go. Let's see if I can bounce back before I'm out completely.
All right. Here we go. Your last chance.
There we go.
Name an animal that does not have a leg to stand on. Yes, Sarah.
Flamingo.
I think they have 2 legs.
Nope.
Well, I just because they choose not to. That's why I chose it.
My first thought was seal.
Oh.
Yep, it's on the list.
Ooh, I didn't lose all the way.
Good job.
Got one.
Oh,
Number 1 answer was snake. Whoa. What
Everybody put snake. I
Ah.
feel silly.
yeah. Snake, octopus, seal. Nope, that was me. Snail. Sorry, mispronounced that.
What'd you say?
Seal. I said seal.
Okay.
Listen, I tried to make them all lined up, Professor, but I need to get back to that. You don't know how much has like gone into tinkering with the setup. I am thoroughly apologize, and I try not to look at it myself because it freaks me out as well. Okay, I need to check this at you, and then you can tell us what was on the list.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the gift sub.
Yes, thank
Missed
you.
it.
Got my arm. Okay. On the list, Number 1 was snake. Number 2 was combined fish, shark, eel. Then whale. I don't know why they combined some of these, not others.
Yeah, why did they put an eel in with a fish and a shark?
Yeah. But whale is by itself, and seal and sea lion are combined. Dolphin porpoise are combined.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Snail slug
Yeah.
are combined. And worm is all by itself. That would have been a long list if they didn't combine.
Yeah, they're like, all right, which of these kind of seem like each other? Shove them together. All right. So, not out yet.
All right.
The worm is very lonely, Roxy.
All right. What? I had one here. Okay. Name something you stuff just as full as you can get it.
Turkey.
Yes. Yes. Number 1 answer.
Woohoo!
You got it.
Nice. I went to like Santa's bag. Like it was the first thing that jumped into my head. I was like, I don't know. What do you want to try to stuff it? Or like you sometimes go to like a store and you can, everything you shove into a bag is like one price. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it, but one of those bags.
That store sounds awesome.
Luggage, purse. That's what we've got so far. Turkey.
Yeah. Luggage.
Luggage was on there.
Yep. So,
Rain.
Christmas stocking was 3rd on the list. That's close to
Oh.
the bag thing. Trash cans is number 2. Suitcase,
Luggage.
and then pillow, teddy bear, purse, and stomach.
Stomach, yeah. Down to bills.
Wallet.
Yeah. So congratulations. Yeah, I'd like to stuff my
Yay!
wallet as full as it'll get.
Well done.
Congratulations. We'll be updating that so that it is 18.
One more for the guests.
One more for the guests. I've all the things I remembered to open on my computer.
Hello, Ryan.
That was not one of them.
How's it going?
Ooh, that E flat guy is a future guest here on the show.
I'm having flamingos chucked at me.
All right, 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Just trying to update it so I don't forget. Theme of the theme of the night for
Hey,
sure.
Clydine, good to see you.
All right, so next, what we would really love to do after I get everything all cleaned up here, I gotta clear the points. I gotta take our game board off. Jason, do you have anything last you would like to say?
Not this time.
Okay, cool. Bye. So we would love it now if you would play us one of your originals.
Yeah. You got it.
Cool. So when you decide which song you'd like to play, will you let us know kind of the story behind it and what influenced you? And you can tell us in the beginning, the middle, or the end. We've had all of them.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to mute us, and don't forget to turn on original sound. Original sound.
It is on. All right. Thank you guys so much. Echo. This is a original song I just released a stripped down version of. The fully produced version will come out next year. This song is called Silence. I wrote it back in 2020. It took a really long time just to get this song moving. Too long in my book. And this song is about not just like my experience of having to go through vocal surgery, but just the symbolism of silence and what it means to me, what it might mean for somebody else. I feel like silence is a very universal term, and we often allow ourselves to be silenced or stay silent when it may not be the best choice. But we had to do it to survive. And so This song is very personal and vulnerable and special to me, and I hope you guys enjoy. Haven't said a word in a minute, so didn't think I'd be feeling this. Oh, there are so many things circling around my mind. There lays a sadness, tears in my eyes. We'll sing again, when my voice survives. We'll sing again, is this the end? Just a flash of time. We'll sing again, we'll sing again. Oh, oh, no one knows. I sit alone, watching how it's fly by. Silence speaks, my voice is locked all day and all night. They read a judgment if they am right. Longer as you're silent, louder it gets. We'll sing again, when my voice survives. We'll sing again, is this the end? Just a flash of time. We'll sing again, we'll sing again. Oh, oh, no one knows. Can't breathe, can't sleep, can't think, can't see, can't eat, can't be. Can't breathe, can't sleep, can't think without this part of me. Can't live, can't love, can't lie, can't lie, can't lie, I can't lie. We'll sing again, when my voice survives. We'll sing again, is this the end? Just a flash of time. We'll sing again, oh, oh, no one knows. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, silence. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, no, 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 no. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, silence. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, will I stay silent? Thank you guys so much.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful.
Thank you. Oh, that didn't turn off. Now it did.
Okay. I was like, I'm just gonna wait for a second so I don't hear myself again. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it'll work. That was really great, and I know that it resonated with some of our chat. So thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, it's a great song. I know that was your most recent release. It's over on Spotify. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please make sure that you do. Are there any other projects that you would like to tell everybody about, or your stream schedule?
Sure.
Give us the details.
Hold on. Another cat wants to say hi. Hi, Cookie.
That's a big cat.
Oh yeah, he's one, but he's so long. Like, look at that. He kind of steals the show. Sure. Yeah. So that song is part of the Nashville Songwriters sessions. It's a stripped down version of 4 songs that are some of the darkest but also inspiring songs I've written during the pandemic. And I'm currently doing a fundraiser to help me fund the editing and mastering of the songs to get the rest of them released in the upcoming year. I'm also doing a contest for anybody who does listen to Silence and helps promote it, comment on the video on YouTube, all that stuff. I'm going to be doing a drawing on my birthday, December 19th, which is also my 2-year affiliate stream. And one lucky person will win a t-shirt with the cover artwork on it. So that is something going on. Yeah, other than that, I have a lot of music to release. It's just a matter of strategizing and releasing it and all of that fun stuff. So very excited to keep growing on stream. And yeah, thank you so much for having me and everything. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very happy that you were able to come on and talk with us tonight. Did you mention your actual stream schedule, or is it kind of just all over the place?
So my normal stream schedule is usually, and I'm in Central Time, by the way. So Wednesdays 3 to 6, Thursdays 6 to 9, and Sundays 11 to 2. I do book live in-person shows, and when I am able to, I stream them as well. And those are the ones that are all over the place. But sometimes streams will shift, but the best way to honestly hear about it is to just join the Discord. I post about it all the time there. So but yeah, that's my normal streaming schedule. Usually at least a minimum of 3 a week unless something comes up. And yeah.
Wonderful. So if you haven't already had the opportunity to go and follow Sarah Lightman, please make sure that you do that. Sarah, thank you so much for being on. And thank you so much for your cats, too. Give them treats. They were good kitties.
Absolutely. I will give you a treat, okay?
Well, thank you so much. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you. You as well.
Bye. Okay.
What's up with my hair tonight?
What is going on with your hair?
It's like,
You okay over there?
yeah, I'll be fine.
So that song was pretty powerful.
Well, that was a powerful song.
Yeah.
That was really great.
It was really great talking about
Thanks, Roxy.
back when Sarah was young, which was probably not very long ago. It was a lot longer ago for us.
Yeah, you said back in the day when you were a teacher.
Yeah, it was a lot. She probably was listening to records at her grandparents' house when I was a teacher. It's okay. We're not old, just kind of old.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just kind of. But it was wonderful getting to know a little bit more about Sarah. If you didn't follow her already, make sure that you do, please.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for all of the support that we saw up until now. We really do appreciate it. And yes, Taylor, I chuck flamingos because who wouldn't want to chuck a flamingo?
Right.
And
Speaking of Taylor,
go for it.
right?
Yeah.
There was a team a little while ago at this point, but we're gonna get to it now. For a dad joke.
I like that one, Roxy.
So, here's the dad joke that everyone really wants. I just watched a TV documentary about beavers. Best damn show I ever saw.
Well, there you go.
You're welcome.
That's something that just happened. I'm a little older than my teeth. All right, let's just take a look here right quick. We had a wonderful interview with Sarah Lightman. Now we have a full rest of our show, so don't go anywhere, folks. Right up next, we have Klingon, and
Are you trying to upstage me, Klingon?
I can't. Oh, I'm tired. So we've got Klingon with their top 5. His top 5.
It doesn't take much.
No.
But that was a good one.
We have some fun and games with adjacent that don't include me throwing things at him this time. Call sign Scarecrow with some info. JoJo in the emote wall, featuring Jackson Harden music, and then we'll tell you what's going on in the calendar. There is a lot going on. So you're not going to want to miss that. Push the right buttons. And then
Good job.
this one. And then this one.
Useful tools for beading. I find it's useful to have 2 different kinds of pliers. The flat nose pliers and the round nose pliers. This is great for flattening your thread, so it will go through the needle easier. And must have is a pair of scissors, some beading needles. I like Beadsmith and John James, size 10, but there are all sorts of sizes out there for smaller beads. E6000 glue. Either Fireline or Wildfire thread. I use the 6-pound a lot. If I had more funds, I would definitely get different sizes for different projects. And different colors. They have all sorts of colors out there now. Measuring tape for when you're doing bracelets. And a thread zapper. If your scissors don't get in close enough, you can use the thread zapper to get closer to the bead without burning the bead. And it'll burn off the little bit of thread that's showing. Tweezers are very helpful if you want to sort through your beads. And also I have a pair of wire cutters, and this is great for when you're working with wire, or even if you're working with eye pins. The other thing that you must have for beading is some method of storage. Now the method of storage is always up to you, but this is my favorite kind of storage. And then of course you must have beads. I like to use seed beads, and I like to use multi-hold beads, like hexagons and super duos, and then I love 4mm rounds like these. And then of course you must have some kind of findings. Now what findings are jump rings, chain, ear wires, ear hooks. What I absolutely love are, for earrings that are on hooks, are these wire guards. They're so useful. And then for necklaces or bracelets, some kind of clasp. Like you could have lobster clasp, or you could have button clasps, or you could have hook and eye clasp. And then there are different kind of earring hooks too, like French wire hook are these. Those are the average kind, and then these are the lever backs. Oh, hi, Bubble Faye. Thanks for lurking. I appreciate it. So that is the list of stuff that you should get before you start beading. It's smart to plan out your projects as you're ordering your beads. beads do add up, and they do cost a lot.
So if you have not seen the work that Klingon does, his work is beautiful. I didn't even know beads could do some of the things that he has gotten them to do. I will say that I absolutely love storage things too.
Yes, you do.
Like all of them, all of the storage things. I little boxes. I love little boxes. And I also
That's awesome.
wanted one of those mini zappers.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Not for any reason. I just want a mini zapper.
No reason in particular.
No, adjacent, no reason in particular.
I do want a zapper too. Can I have one too?
Nope.
Oh man.
We only have enough funds for one zapper. And I already called dibs. Don't use you gross. Oh, goodness. So thank you so much for sharing that list with us. And I would like a mega zapper.
Oh yeah, that's one I want. I'll get that one.
Oh, I told you. We only had funds for one mini zapper. No other zappers. None. So Klingon got to 200 followers last week. And it's a one zapper per household. Exactly. Cattle prods. Christmas present idea. So last week, Klingon got to 200 followers. I know that he's also trying to get another, like a new camera. So if you are over there and you want to help out with that, definitely do. Okay. Clean up.
Thank you very much for letting us show that Klingon.
We really do appreciate it.
That was really good.
I'm actually kind of surprised that it wasn't something else entirely from Klingon. So I'm in the process of
You never
putting
know.
together a set of Discord channels for our top 5s and for the recipes we've had. And I thought that I had them like hidden in the bottom far enough so that nobody would find them until I could get you to fix the permissions and stuff on them. Klingon found them and put up top 5 cleaning agents. Oh no, Klingon.
Got right to the bottom of it.
Just got this. It's not ready for like public consumption yet. So yeah. This is the part of the show where I like to make my husband feel uncomfortable and make him guess something.
Yes. Fun end games ? Oh, another one of these.
Yes. So in here we have
That's a good call.
So yeah, if you're not in our Discord already, please go and join it. You'll find things that I randomly leave behind when I'm trying to do something else. Also, we have movie nights, and we have the vinyl listenings that we do over there, and also we're considering doing some like cook together nights. We'll see how that goes. We don't know if that's a real thing yet or not, so I'm not
You never
committing
know
to anything.
what's gonna happen.
You don't.
Is that what you're saying?
That is true.
Yeah.
So in this particular game, Jason has to figure out what somebody streams.
Mm-hmm.
In this case,
I should have been looking at that since it showed
You
up like a
should
minute
have,
ago.
this one is Mr. Melty Brain, and
It says interactive right at the top. I see that one.
yep, interactive. We've got visual software. These are all ones.
Script.
Script. Yes, I can't remember.
I see it.
I see it. I think I had the kittens message me the
Visualizer.
Ooh. All right. So yes, visualizers in there. This is tiny. They sent me a very tiny. Oh, there we go. Visualizer.
Hi, Jojo.
Interactive.
Good morning.
Software. Chat control is in there.
Chat control.
Commands or possibly V commands. I don't know what a V command is, so it's commands.
Okay.
These are all things that are in there, yeah. Chat controlled.
Can you give me a number of how many are in there?
There are 11 different words.
Okay.
Or 2 words together for 1 word. you know.
Okay.
Like chat controlled is one thing. Let's see, we've got chat controlled so far, visualizer, commands. Script is not the end all be all. You're missing a piece.
Oh, it's JavaScript.
JavaScript, interactive,
I mean,
programming.
there's definitely some like coding programming in there. So that's Mr. Melty Brain.
Mr. Melty Brain.
And I'm trying to guess. Oh, there's
Software dev.
Software dev. Oh, yeah.
It's up to 7.
So at the same time you did. Software dev. I mean, I definitely see where this is heading.
Okay. What
but
is your guess?
Are you still going to throw me off?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I have to go with they do some software development and coding.
The end of chat controlled ends in trolled. Does it really? Because if so, that's completely not on purpose.
Where's that one?
I don't know.
I didn't see that one. Where is that?
Touch designs. Yes, that's
What?
in there.
Touch designs?
Do you know what that is?
No,
Okay, cool. Me either.
I don't think so.
Oh, controlled. I get it. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm
there
just
it is.
Yep. Melty Brain
We
is
just
definitely
got
a
trolled.
mood after a day of programming. I did get trolled.
It's a mood, huh? How do you get software developing into a mood? Now I want to know more.
Okay, good. Tell us what Mr. Melty Brain does, and then we're gonna do a drop in.
Kind of like how are we? I'd say it's kind of like coding that is like destructive coding.
Destructive coding.
Yeah.
I see VFX.
The melty part makes me think it's tearing it down. I don't know what that means.
It is a coincidence.
But I don't know what that means, but I picture it being like tearing things down.
Tearing things down.
Yeah.
With programming?
With programming.
Okay, so tearing things down with programming. That's what you're going with?
Yep.
I don't know what that would look like on.
I have no idea either, but I've yet to get one of these right.
So you're going to
100%.
just try to be as, like, obtuse about it as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, this is going to take a second to just get this set up.
Hey, Pinball.
Hello, Pinball. Welcome in. All right, the keyboard's not the one in front of you, it's the one behind. Type in Mr. Melty Brain. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much. All right, we're gonna let that get through its see if this makes this happen over here. Let's see what we can do here, shall we? All right, we're gonna press this and see if this works. This button may not work. Oh, it almost does.
Almost.
Hold on. Clear. Why is that still there? How do I make... Oh, good. It went away. All right, now let's try it. There we go.
That's good.
Okay, so let me explain what is happening here.
That looks slightly destructive.
So, so what is happening is actually the word that you missed in the word search is actually bot.
Okay.
Mr. Melty Brain is a chat controlled visualizer bot.
That it's making more sense now.
So you can actually go into their chat and you can put in different commands to make it do things. Like I haven't done this one, but let's see what Flip does. Oop.
They are live right now.
There you go. See, look, they all flipped over. I just made that happen.
Wow, look at you go.
It is. It's really fascinating. I'm so glad that you're here, Pinball, because I thought of you and Smalls on this one. I was like, they do have music going at the same time. And then I can fix my mistake, reset. But then you can also use your channel points to like add characters to I think I can add a dancer. Yeah, I can add a dancer. I have enough points for that. Let's see who my dancer is. I think it's that rainbow. Oh, I think it's the rainbow butt wiggle guy. Or maybe it's Mr. Crab. I think it's Mr. Crab. I don't know. I added one of those two to it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I
Wow.
think that it's really amazing to see all that. Like it's just based on commands and
That's pretty crazy. It's really cool.
yeah, I don't know. It's fascinating to me. Not something I can actually really like watch too much of, but I did say there was a rainbow butt. But yeah, so I think that it's just really, really amazing. There is a lot to process, but I think that it's really amazing what people can make happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's just all a bot that this person wrote.
Yeah.
Oh, Rox just added Duckamuck over there. I don't see the Duckamuck.
Come on, come
Is
on,
that
come
the
on.
dancing guy? I don't know. It's too much. I can't keep watching. I'll get too engrossed in what's happening. Yeah, that's right. New graphics for the show. So yeah, I think that it's really amazing what people can make technology do. Oh, did I miss it? Must have left too soon. All right. Next up, we have Scarecrow, call sign Scarecrow with info.
Let's see what this info is.
I only had enough room for that. All right, here we go. Festive info.
Hello, my name is Matty Twig. I'm a singer-songwriter from Hampshire, England. I'm call sign Scarecrow on Twitch. Me and some wonderful people from the Twitch music community, we gathered together and we've been doing these collab-a-majigs for a couple of years now, where we gather music streamers from all over the scene, from different genres, all different backgrounds. We gather together those music streamers to create music together, to do covers and to write original songs. It's like a collaboration lottery. So we group up these music streamers randomly. We do a big fun lottery. It's great. It's very fun. This particular one though, this was the collab-majig Christmas Originals. And boy, it's turned out incredible. I could not be more proud of it. So this music streamers, we got together. You can see them all in their magnificence down below. Look at them, look at them, look at those bubbles. So all these music streamers, that's how they were paired up in those pairs that you see there. They were then tasked in about a month's time to record an original Christmas song. It had to be an original Christmas song. So the streamers are encouraged to get into contact, get to know one another, spend time in each other's streams, and then they meet up however they wish, and they write the song together, produce it, record it, all the wonderful stuff. Well, they've done all that, and this is the result. It's the Collab-Majig Christmas Originals. So I'll give you a listen to it, a little trailer for it.
And I'm missing you, but I will be there soon. Make fun of your ugly sweater. I just can't wait to see your face. Merry Christmas, embrace. To leave me, I don't know what I do, 'cause Christmas time's the worst unless I'm with you.
Thought of me with your song, only love me.
Bells are ringing, lights are glowing bright. The choir is singing on this quiet, this Christmas beautiful. Makes this Christmas beautiful. There's a guide to take you home. Are you listening? One light to feel like somebody's out there. So on all of the things always on my mind, I guess you won't be home for Christmas this time. Silent nights, they fly by. They fly by. Our memories glow like the spark within our hearts. If we cherish one another.
So says the boy to the winter hair. Where does your brown fur go? Where is the summer fair? I like to hide in snow, says the hare to the
You'll see the man in red and white, and everyone will tell you this is Christmas. This is a time of year when streets are strung with lights. You'll hear the bells and people singing Silent Night. If you look here, you'll see the
Christmas morning. See that Santa's coming. Feel the miracle that's happening. There's nothing like Christmas as a child. Hear the reindeer singing. Play the games we're playing.
And there it is. Incidentally, all these songs are now on an album. You see the links. All the songs are now on a Christmas album available on Bandcamp. And all the proceeds, not just a little bit, all the proceeds go towards charity. Médecins Sans Frontières. Just a bit about the charity, Doctors Without Borders, or Médecins Sans Frontières. This is going to support the incredible work that they're doing. They deliver emergency aid to people affected by armed conflict, epidemics, exclusion from healthcare, natural disasters. They're there when there's any trouble and people haven't got access to healthcare or have the help of qualified, capable doctors. And the work they do around the world is just, you can see for yourself if you do a bit of look into them, some videos and whatnot. Absolutely brilliant cause. We've actually already raised over $5,000 in one weekend, which is crazy. We did a big raid train to celebrate the release of the album. We've already made over $5,000. So yeah, it's just going to continue on towards Christmas. But it's always fun doing these. It's a beautiful cause. You get to hear all the music streamers, the wonderful music, and see how the community is willing to do incredible things, you know. So yeah, there you go.
There we go.
There we go. We're unmuted now.
There we go.
I don't know if you can actually see from there the little tiny heads that were bobbling around. I was in the middle of typing
Sorry.
something.
Our volume looked really low.
All right, that's better.
That was such an awesome project. Meali, thank you for being part of that. And everyone, that's some amazing stuff. Great songs, a great cause. It's such an amazing what am I trying to say? Twitch and Twitch music specifically does a lot of amazing things, and this is such a good example of that. People coming together and doing some amazing music for an amazing cause. It's just awesome to see. So
Agreed.
thank you, Meali and Maddie and everyone involved in this project.
Yeah, there's a lot of friends in there that were involved in
Yeah,
it.
a lot of friends. And some people I don't know. So I'm excited to
Yeah.
listen to the album and get to know some of those streamers.
Mimiwari did one.
Mimiwari, yep.
With Auburn Music,
Thanks, Taylor.
past guest, future guest.
Yep.
We had Mimi with Calvin Thomas, both past guests here.
Mm-hmm.
Call Sign Scarecrow did one. Composy and Jerfo. Tangerine Club did one. Foothill Rounders did one. I mean, these are all just like I see names that I recognize.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see all of that. Thank you so much for the follow, Professor. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, I think that you're right. That there's a lot of, and I say it way too much, I'm sure. But there is a lot of magic here on Twitch with just the kindness and support that everybody shows, and it's just fabulous.
Sure is.
Yeah, I agree, Davey. Davey's saying that they have two completely contradictory, contrasting styles.
Yeah, for sure.
So yes, definitely. If you haven't already gotten the album, thank you, over on Bandcamp, go check that out. It's a good one. Add it to your holiday listening.
For sure. I know we are.
I know that it can be rough too sometimes, Klingon.
Yes.
I
Not
think-
perfect.
I think
For sure.
that sometimes to our there's a word here. I think we all try to protect each other so much in a lot of ways that sometimes that means that other people are cut out because they're not understood. There's some words in there that make that sound more intelligent, but
I
I
hear
don't
what
have
you're
them tonight. Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. That's not what I was saying right then at all. All right. I think it's time to hear from our lovely mod Jojo. Oh, wait a second though. C-Dub, thank you for that resub.
Oh, yeah, C-Dub. Thank you.
Thank
I
you
did
for
see
let-
that come through earlier.
I was in the middle of trying to do something, I think. That was really close.
Close to the finger, next to the finger that's by the top of the rim.
Yeah.
That's close-ish.
All right. Now, Jojo.
welcome to another edition of JoJo Recommends. Today I'm featuring Someday at Christmas by Jackson Harden. Firstly, apologies if you hear any kid noise in the background. It's been a rather hectic day. It's my daughter's nativity and gymnastics display all in one day, and this is actually the only time I've got to film. So just ignore the hecticness that is my life. Jackson is a singer-songwriter from Utah, though he's currently based in Charlotte in North Carolina. I found him either through Lord Choi's of Brimley Rocks. One of them recommended him to me, and I went and watched his stream and just fell in love with his like amazing voice and the chill vibes of his stream, which, as you can hear, I kind of need every now and then. Someday at Christmas is a Christmas cover song. It reminds me a little bit of Band-Aid because it's him saying what he'd like to happen at Christmas, that everyone has everything they need, everyone's safe, everyone's loved. And I really love that message that he's kind of putting across in his music. Typical... if you know Jackson's music, is typical Jackson song. It's very melodic, very guitar based. It's just beautiful song. I always describe it as indie music. I don't know if that is actually correct, though it reminds me a lot of the indie groups I grew up listening to, which is another reason why I love Jackson. If you would like to listen to it, it is available on Spotify, or you can buy it on Bandcamp. I know Jackson is really passionate about this song and is very keen to get his message across to everyone. So please go listen and please share it far and wide, so this can be a really, really good release for him. Thank you for listening. I hope that you like the song as much as I do, and keep listening because I've got some really amazing features coming up soon that I'm really excited about. So yes, thank you for listening. Bye.
I really thought I had it that time. Like, there is something in our buttons that say it's on mute when this button is pushed. It doesn't work.
Mind of its own.
I don't know. But I was waiting. That's why there was like a silence, because I was like, is it gonna happen? Is it just late? Nope, didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
It absolutely is fine. Anybody that's a parent knows that it's just like, yep, it's gonna happen. Okay. So the last time we tried to use Spotify to do this, it gave us a whole heck of a mess while I was already flustered because one of my current streamers that I am watching a lot of for no reason whatsoever other than the community, because I'm not a 3D printer. But this is a 3D printing community. I don't know what it is. He had raided into us, and I was already all flustered. So, yeah, and then it didn't work. So it was great. It was super great. But now we're going to say that it's going to work, and we're going to do it
working eventually.
Yeah. We're going to do our emote wall. So for those of you that are new here, our emote wall is... we listen to the song that the lovely Miss Joanna recommended, and you spam as many
by Jackson Harden Music, who is here in chat.
Oh, hi, Jackson. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. And you spam all of your favorite streamers' emotes, and they show up on screen, and you go through and you click on all of the emotes that you see in chat, and you can follow right from there. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I said all the words, didn't I?
Yeah.
Rox, you always say it better than I did. Did I get it all out there?
Enjoy the music. Put in some emotes. Spam that wall with fun emotes of your favorite streamers.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, here we go. Please just work.
Maybe not in time for you or for me, but someday at Christmas time. Someday at Christmas we'll see a land, no hungry children and no empty hand. One happy morning people will share a world where people care. Someday all of our dreams will come to be. Someday in a world where men are free. Maybe not in time for you or for me, but someday at Christmas time. Someday at Christmas we will not fail. Hate will be gone and love will prevail. Someday a new world that we can start with hope in every heart. And there will be peace on earth.
That was lovely.
Really good.
Jackson, that was so good. You can all go find that over on Spotify. Thank you so much for the recommendation, Jojo. We really do appreciate it. And Jackson, hope to see you streaming again soon.
Yep, go
I'm not
check out
saying,
all
just
his links
saying.
there. Find his music on
Oh,
Bandcamp,
Bandcamp. Yes.
among other places.
Good night, Mom. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Good night, Mammy.
Yeah, so at this
At this point, you're gonna cough.
point, I'll have to look who that up is because I don't know. Good. We're very happy to hear that. At this time, scroll back up and grab all those emotes that are new to you and press follows so that we can show some love. All right. This is the flamingo. And this is for Andrea's resub. Thank you so much for the resub. Nope, missed it.
That one's gone too.
Yeah, that one is down in the void.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to know how close we are,
Don't hit the back of my head. Stop giving me bunny ears. Rude.
you're rude.
All right, so quick look in on here. Mind you where we've been. So we had a wonderful interview with SarahLightman. That's all the way up to 5. One check. SarahLightman. We had Klingons top 5, and we had fun and games with Adjacent and met Mr. Melty Brain. We have also listened to some little bits from Call Sign Scarecrow about the information. God, brain stopped working.
Can you reboot?
Need a thing with the place. Call Sign Scarecrow told us about a music thing where everybody came together and sang Christmas songs that they wrote together. There we go.
Yeah. Good job. Info.
And then, boom.
Call it info.
JoJo and the emote wall. Look, all we have left is showing you what's on the calendar. Taylor, you think this is overzealous? What are you talking about? This is just par for course. If it's not full, what's the point
That's
of
how we
having
roll.
one? And then, yeah. So let's do that, and then this, and then let's look at the calendar. All right. So we have a lot on the calendar coming up. And the best place to go is into our Discord channel where we put everything that is happening all over the place. So except for our own events, we don't seem to put them in that channel. We'll post about them here and there, but we don't put them in the events channel. So that you just gotta like.
You gotta find the hidden channels that Klingon knows about.
Yeah, exactly.
Just hit up Klingon. You'll find them.
One thing over in our Discord is I'm still looking for eggnog help. No, like at the last hour, Pinball gave me some information on an eggnog that he had purchased. But I am after an eggnog recipe where there is pandam.
What'd you say?
Pandam. I want it to be used in there. So I need to work on a rum and pandam eggnog. Emphasis on rum. I know, but I've never ever liked eggnog ever. And then there was this one time we went to this distillery, and it was just so delicious. No M, just pandam. No N, sorry. I have looked into that, yeah, because it was something that I was like checking out to try. I've been trying to recreate this drink that I had. I've tried to come up with something similar-ish. It's still a work in progress. So I have been drinking a lot of flips recently, which are the egg whites shaken up and made foamy into cocktails.
Not my favorite.
Oh, nice. No, Jason doesn't really like them. It's more the thought of eggs, I think, than the flavor. Because
That's fair.
he tries it and he thinks it tastes good,
It's okay.
and then he won't have any more. Okay, so join our Discord if you're not already there for all kinds of amazing, exactly, Jean-Claude Pandam.
That's
He
right.
was the one that found it.
Yep.
So if you're not over there in our Discord, there's a lot of things there. Hidden treasures and also eggnog and also calendars. Next up, talking about my weird obsession with 3D printing. I need to tell you about this. Normally we don't just like put out like small things all the time. I don't know, but this is not a small thing. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, Loyal Moses, the LM show, he is going to be having a Christmas party where he gives out, I think it's 6, but it could be 5. I don't really know all the names of them, but 5 or 6 different 3D printers. And some of them are for people that have never printed before and don't already have a printer. So our eldest is really like waiting for that. Oh, sorry. I don't think I don't have a printer. Maybe I'll win one tomorrow. Also, I
Ask
don't.
then.
Huh?
Just keep asking.
Also, I don't know what that means. Yeah. So you just go over there and you just press bang enter, exclamation point enter, and you're in part of this Christmas giveaway. So
Christmas parody.
there you go. All right. So if you've ever thought about wanting to do 3D printing, you don't have a 3D printer, and you'd like a chance to win one tomorrow. Also, I'm going to be there. Our 11-year-old already has dictated it as soon as she heard about it. Next up, we have on the 18th, all day long, there's an instrumental guitar raid train, and some good friends are in that raid train. I made myself some handy dandy notes.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good to you being prepared and everything.
I know. It's almost like I didn't want to look a fool again.
Nice.
Jerfo, from an IRL show, he actually is going to be Jerfo the Music Addict. He is actually going to be on the raid train at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Andrea, who is in chat or was in chat earlier, will be on at 2 a.m. Eastern. So that's early or late. Drink some coffee and head on over and hang out with Andrea.
Absolutely. Way to go, Andrea.
Nice.
Ooh, very cool.
So yeah, join everybody on the raid train and some friends of show, Jerfo the Music Addict, and also Andrea Cannon Guitar. Happening this weekend on the 10th is New Tune Showcase. Irene Pena told us about that last week. The topic of this week is, I wrote it down. Oh no, what did I say? What did I say? I don't know. It's difference of opinions. Whew, got there.
Good job.
Thank you.
I believed in you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So difference of opinions is the topic, and they get together at disagreement. Well, that's not how it's actually. Didn't she say it's difference, disagreement? No, isn't it difference of opinions? But Pinball should know. So I don't know. Let's just listen to what Pinball says.
Let's go with it.
Yeah. I just feel like I remember Irene singing difference of opinions.
That was memorable.
Oh, we beg to differ. Okay. So in that New 2 showcase, it starts at 3. They sing all kinds of their original music, and then near the end, they actually share a new song that they have written in the past month based on this topic, which Pinball is having a disagreement or a difference of opinion with Irene or me. I don't really know who.
Just go show up and Pinball will be arguing with somebody.
Sounds right. Carly, she is a past guest, and she will actually be a guest on the show this Sunday. Stay tuned for more information on that.
Carly's got a bit busy weekend.
I know she does. Chris Fox Music, who is next week's guest, will also be on there. Also Irene, obviously. And we don't know Rick DeVoice too much, but we're going to meet him IRL in, like, I've gone to his stream. I mean, like, he hasn't been on the show. That's
Right.
what I mean. But IRL will be here in Maine in March. So with a whole gaggle of people is what I wrote in my notes.
The whole gaggle.
Yeah. He is coming to Maine in March with a whole gaggle of people.
Not a half gaggle.
Not a half gaggle.
Whole gaggle.
An entire gaggle.
He speaks Francis. I was gonna say. No, I was gonna say a different word.
There are a couple of Canadians. There are some New Englanders, and then there's this one guy, LG, from is it New Mexico? I think so. Yeah, New Mexico, and he's gonna be cold. But speaking of LG, we are part of the Jeanette Music Christmas Jingle Drive. It's a Toys for Tots charity raid train, and we are going to be on it. And special guests on our show are going to be Carly Sings, the Roxy Paradox, and then the LG Music. Roxy Paradox is here tonight. All amazing past guests that we've had, and we're going to do all kinds of holly jolly goodness, and also there will be chances to torture both Adjacent and myself. I bought stickers for your face, but we did agree that I would be stickered too.
Yes.
And I also bought bows to put in your hair.
I don't think I was told about this ahead of time.
So, oh, and also instead of flamingos, I have pom-poms I'm just going to chuck at you.
I'm down with that.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
So this event is starts Saturday with Jeanette, kicks off with her, and it goes to Sunday and then also Monday and Tuesday. So it's a whole entire ho 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 Merry Christmas event.
Ho, ho, ho.
Speaking of that, if you didn't get a chance to go over to Bandcamp and check out the Collabamajig Christmas Originals 22, go do that. Help a really great cause and listen to some amazing musicians. So
Absolutely, positively.
we have upcoming shows. We have Toys for Tots charity stream, Chris Fox Music, Natalie Page, that E-Flat guy who's been hanging out tonight, Sarah Cameron Music, Rob Kovacs, and Lyrical Leia, just to name a few. We actually have already started scheduling more and more.
Absolutely. That takes us through over halfway through January.
Yep.
My goodness.
So as we said,
Very exciting.
Chris Fox Music will be on next week. I'm really excited to talk to him. He is so wholesome that I just love it. And not only do we have
Yes, you.
our Toys for Tots charity stream this Sunday, but also we will be doing a lip sync party at the Surf Shack. I would say that's like a 90% go. It was 100% go, and then we're like, well, this person can't make it, and that person can't make it. And this, we may have to, yeah, all these times are in Eastern. Thank you. We may have to reschedule that, but we'll see.
Uh-oh.
90% go.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we're going to clear this off. We're going to bring this back here. We're going to go like this. We're going to say, this has been an amazing show with so many great streamers involved in it. And you all have been absolutely fantastic. And we have loved having you here all night long. And we've got so many thank yous to do. I don't think you saw that one, Rox.
What? Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Thank you so much to our guest, SarahLightman. Thank you so much to Klingon for the information on beating tools. Thank you to Call Sign Scarecrow for putting together that clip about their amazing project that they're doing. Thank you so much to Jackson Harden Music for letting us play you his great song. Thank you so much to Joanna Park 82 for giving us that recommendation. Thank you to Kev from the bunker. All of the music between that, the starting music and the transition music between each segment has been put together by him. Except our raid call, which was written by Hilsinger specifically for us. Yep. Thank you so much to our amazing mods. They are fantastic and wonderful, and we could literally not do this show without them, like at all. So we owe them so much. And
Absolutely. So
thank
much.
you so much to all of you for your support, for following, being part of this journey that we are on. We like to try to support the community as best as we possibly can. And you help us just by following and learning. And our credits doubled up again.
One of these days, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. So do you know where we are going?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all, we are going to go on a bit of a raid. That's what's going to happen. We're going to raid into somebody. We will see you on Sunday at 5 p.m. We'll probably go live a little bit earlier than that so that we can get the raid at 5. So please make sure that you come back and join us then. I've worked really hard actually on the putting together the look of our stream for that day, and I think it looks okay. A little cluttered, but it's why not overdo it for Christmas?
Go all out.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna push this button. It's gonna clear things up, and you're gonna see me doing stupid stuff on Instagram. All right, bye everyone. See you on Sunday. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I swear it's gonna happen.
Is tomorrow Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could feel it. I could feel it in my party bones.
Here you go. Let me go, Corey.
Yeah.
Go, best friend.
How would you describe your personality?
My personality, I'm bad and bougie and cute.
You said you what now?
I said I am bad and bougie, and I'm acting like I'm cute, and I'm so
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
My mind is like an internet browser. I have 19 tabs, 3 of them are frozen, and I don't know where the music is coming from.
Haven't you bothered me enough, you big banana head?
Why are you so obsessed with Halloween? Halloween is cool.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a firm grip on reality and then choke it?
Did you know, chips and salsa is life.